On the ITV World News, President Muhammad Buhari and state governors take out of office. Federal government to boost National Youth Service Corps skill training for corps members. On foreign scene, at least 14 civilians killed in air raid on Syria. Good evening and welcome to the ITV World News. I'm Sekir Abubakar. Now the news. President Muhammad Buhari and Vice Nma Mohammed were on Wednesday sworn in for a second 4-year term in a colorful ceremony at Eagle Square in Abuja. Correspondent Ahmad Hassan Ahmad has the report. Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu was on Wednesday sworn in as the 15th governor of Lagos State. Sanwo-Olu was sworn in after his deputy Dr. Obafemi Hamzat was sworn in earlier by Chief Judge of Lagos, Justice Opayemi Oke. Sanwo-Olu, in his inaugural speech tagged Awakening a Greater Lagos, described the day as historic and urged Lagosians to not just dream of Greater Lagos, but to collectively rise up to build a Lagos of their dreams. Similarly, Governor Aminu Masari of Kaduna State made a point pledge that would enhance security and develop the state to greater height in the next 4 years. The governor, who made the pledge at swearing-in ceremony on Wednesday at People's Square, Kaduna, he reiterated commitments to critical areas such as sustaining investment in education, increasing investment in agriculture, consolidating the gains of health sector and investment in water resources. Mr. Babagana Zulum has been sworn in as the governor of Borno State Wednesday. Report says the governor took the oath of office along his deputy, Omar Kadafur, which was administered by the state chief judge Kashim Zanna in a ceremony attended by thousands of people. The outgoing governor Kashim Shettima said he is delighted to hand over the mantle of leadership to an outstanding and competent personality and expressed optimism Zulum will initiate viable programs to address the devastation caused by Boko Haram insurgency and move the state forward. In his acceptance speech, the new governor said his administration will accord priority attention to the security of lives and property of the people as well as food security program. As President Muhammad Buhari and some state governors took their oath of office Wednesday, some Nigerians in an interview with DITV World News have begun to set agenda for them, listing economy, insecurity, unemployment as priorities. There is stress for attention to be focused on how to improve the economy that will provide job opportunities for the unemployed. The Nigerians also prayed for the leaders to have the fear of God in their hearts.
Most, I wish to congratulate Mr. President, President Muhammad Buhari, for his inauguration today, for his second term in office as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What I want to advise on is maintenance of security in this country. We have security challenges. I know the government is doing its level best, but I think it is time to re-strategize, to look at the basics and see how we can move security forward in this country.
For the president, the issues are very straightforward. The issue of security, he has to ensure that the country becomes better secured than it is presently. And critical for me, issue of peace, issue of job creation, issue of consolidation of the reforms, health, education. I think beautiful program, and we pray for good health.
President of Nigeria, Muhammad Buhari, he needs that maximum cooperation from the generality of the people, most especially also on the issue of security, because everywhere security, because of the incessant attacks everywhere. So we need to give him the maximum security and understanding so that he will succeed.
The Director General, National Youth Service Corps (NYSC), Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, says the federal government had assured the scheme of better support to improve entrepreneurship and skill training for COP members. Brigadier General Ibrahim stated this at the scheme's 2019 Batch B pre-mobilization workshop, which was held at the Nigerian National Merit Award House in Nma Abuja. He said the federal government support will target improving the number of COP members participating in its skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development program side. According to him, the move becomes necessary to increase the number of youth who are less reliant on white-collar jobs, self-sufficient and employers of labor. A Kaduna-based Christian cleric, Pastor Yohana Buru, has called for intensified prayers to curb insecurity in the country. The cleric made the call while speaking with journalists shortly after breaking of Ramadan fast with Islamic cleric Sheikh Dahir Usman Bauchi in Kaduna. Buru, who led a team of pastors from various churches, said this is the 7th time they are coming to breakfast and seek for prayers from Sheikh as a religious leader who have been praying for peace for over 3.5 decades. He therefore called on all Nigerians to pray more for the development of the country so that things will be better, especially in the areas of insecurity and poverty, calling on all authorities concerned to ensure the measures are taken to curb the menace.
Sheikh Dahir Bauchi, this is not less than 6 to 7 years ago. This is to build relationship, peaceful coexistence, mutual understanding between Christians and Muslims. And knowing that this is a blessed season, that's the Ramadan period, which we always come on annually to breakfast with him, build relationship with him and other Muslims, not only in Nigeria, but the world, in order to promote peace among Muslims and Christians so that there will be mutual understanding between us. Above all, not only this, that he may pray, seeing the state of our nation, how kidnapping is on a high speed in Nigeria, killing armed bandits and other terrorist groups, so that he will pray that these things will come to an end.
On behalf of Sheikh Dahir Bauchi, Madam Aliyu Dahir Bauchi thanked the pastor for the visit and said that Christians are not enemies of Muslims. They have done a lot to assist Muslims, adding that they will pray hard to see that the issue of insecurity, especially kidnapping and banditry, become a thing of the past. One of the concerns to the governorship candidate of People's Democratic Party PDP, Alhaji Isa Ashiru, and the PDP Kaduna State, Barrister Ahmad Zaria, has explained that the motion rejected by the governorship election petition tribunal sitting in Kaduna recently on recount of the vote cast in some local government councils due to allegation of irregularities in the polls was just one of the charges before the tribunal. Barrister Zaria gave the explanation following reports that the whole case presented by the accused was cashed. The council said the team will proceed to the Court of Appeal, describing the Justice Ibrahim Bakofadik as strange. Parents have been charged to support their children toward acquiring quality education. The chairman, Kachia Local Government, Peter Ajiti, gave the charge in an interview shortly after Children's Day celebration by school children in the area. According to him, the performance of the children from public school, particularly in communication, is a proof that the effort of Kaduna State government is yielding a positive result, urging parents to reciprocate such by sending their children to school in some way. Speaking on the debate about the autonomy of local governments in the country, the chairman said the council have since been enjoying the autonomy which according to him has enabled them to execute some meaningful projects. He then called for peaceful coexistence among diverse ethnic groups in the area. The death has occurred of Alhaji Ali Gambodogo Chenchenyi, aged 61 years. He died on Sunday at Salamat Hospital, Tudunwada, as a result of illness. Alhaji Ali Gambodogo is survived by 2 wives, 11 children and 16 grandchildren. Among them is Hadiza Aliyu Gambo. He has since been buried at the Bashama Road, Tudunwada Cemetery according to Islamic rites. And on international scene, at least 14 civilians have been killed in an air raid by Syrian government and Russian forces on the rebel-held Idlib province. The Britain-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, who confirmed the incident, said 7 of the Wednesday's victims were killed in the village of Sarjah, while 4 others, a man and his 3 children, in the village of Bara, and 3 more in Beddown. Meanwhile, the White Helmet Civil Defense Volunteers put the death toll at 15. The northwestern Syrian province of Idlib, a rebel enclave where most of it, controlled by the Hayat Tahrir al-Sham armed group, is home to almost 3 million people. And the main news once again. President Muhammad Buhari and state governors have taken out of office. The federal government to boost National Youth Service Corps skill training for corps members. And on international scene, at least 14 civilians were killed in air raid on Syria. Thanks for watching. I'm Sekir Abakar and good night.